Have you not enjoyed being around an uncle or aunt or a grandparent? Because every time you went by Uncle Cleophas or Aunt Geraldine, they was hitting you over the head with that Bible because they did not like your lifestyle or some of the choices you made or some of the people you decided to live with or be with or date or even marry. Maybe you are a young person that wanted to shave your hair, young lady, and Uncle Cleophas said, hey, you look like one of them alphabet people. Or maybe you're in love with a woman who always got her boobs out, tight-fitting clothes. She got some jazz with her, And Aunt Geraldine said, hey, she looked like one of them strawberries out there working a corner. That's an old school term, strawberries. And so you don't want nothing to do with the Bible because you think about your Aunt Geraldine every time somebody pull out the Bible and how they don't approve of you or approve of the people you date or the people you even live with or marry. However, what if I told you that same Bible, Uncle Cleophas and Geraldine and Grandma Shirley keep beating you in the head with it, that same Bible, the God of that Bible, our Holy Father, back in the Old Testament in the book of Hosea, told his prophet, Hosea is a minor prophet, told Hosea to go marry a woman of harlotry or a woman who was going to be a prostitute. Maybe when Hosea first married her, he didn't know. Or maybe she was already in the midst of harlotry when Hosea married her. Commentators are not in agreement on that. However, a holy God, a holy and righteous God, told a man of God that was working for him, his servant, his spokesperson, to go marry a prostitute. Now imagine that would have happened today if one of those TV evangelical ministers, one of the big ones on the billboards and got the TV shows and the books and the radio programs and the podcasts, flying around on the jets, went to one of those strip clubs in Atlanta or Houston and got one of them old big booty strippers out of there and said, hey, I want to marry you. But listen, you ain't got to come out of that lifestyle. You can continue on. Or I'm going to marry you despite the fact that you have determined to continue on in that lifestyle. That would be a scandal of great proportions if one of those men, one of those major evangelical TV ministers decided to marry a woman of that type of sort. That would be outrageous. And they'll probably say that he's not a man of God. And they will be throwing stones at him from New York all the way down to H-Town. They had to marry Gomer, a woman of harlotry. Now, why would he do that? That don't make sense. You're the same God that tells you to do right, do good, be this good person in life. That's what some people think anyway. I'm not saying that's what God says. But people think that God wants you to stop doing drugs, stop drinking, stop doing this, that, and the third. And that is true. Our God doesn't want you to be entrapped in any kind of bondage. But he also, in different seasons, have to choose people to do certain things to get his point across by any means necessary. Yes, God is going to get his point across by any means necessary. And when he picks a prophet, sometimes that prophet has to suffer what God is suffering as a form of relational, symbolic expression. That's what I like to call it. Through the relationship that he has with that prophet, him and the prophet self-identifies, and then he symbolically expresses it to the world as a form of communication. So again, why would God tell Hosea to marry a prophet? Well, here's, I think, the biggest answer, or the number one answer to why would he tell Hosea, his spokesman, a good guy, a righteous man, to go marry Gomer, a prostitute, and have to have children. Actually, of harlotry. He says that too in the opening chapter. And I believe the number one reason is mercy and loving kindness. God wanted Hosea to exemplify the type of mercy that he has for his covenant community, his people, his chosen believers. God wanted Hosea to express the same type of compassion that he was expressing on a wayward nation that kept chasing after other lovers in the form of idols. So since God was dealing with a loved one that was running around on him, he wanted the man of God to choose a loved one, a lover that would not reciprocate the goodness that he was giving to her, and that he was going to have to show mercy and kindness, loving kindness on a woman that would not reciprocate it back to him. So think about that next time when somebody is being self-righteous towards you, maybe not improve of who you're with, that our God has kindness and love for those that go astray. Think about that next time. Hold on to the fact that our God is a God of loving kindness. He's a God of mercy. He's a God of compassion. He's not a God that wants to beat you in the head because you're doing something that you feel in your mind is not good enough. He has compassion. He has mercy. He has love that even would encapsulate and bring in and restore a prostitute. Thank you for joining me today. If this message has blessed you, like and share. Thank you. Have a blessed day.